Hey, before you watch this video, please be aware that I lost some of the footage in this video, but still, I think it's useful. If you want to know about my relationship with Christ, then okay, but I didn't feel like remaking this video, so yeah, enjoy. Telling me about your relationship with the Lord, I thought I may share with you history of my relationship with the Godhead. So, it all started with this book right here, Heaven is So Real by True Thomas. My mom brought it home from work one day. A coworker gave it to her. I love reading. I read this like 3 times. I love this book. Okay, it literally changed my life. Or it changed my relationship with God dramatically. Because if this woman can hear the Lord and be with Him and see the Spirit realm and all that, why can't I? And I always knew that was possible because, I'm Pentecostal and, we're crazy. So, yeah, so it was just a no-brainer for me. And I prayed for a year and a half to see God and hear Him and the gifts of the Holy Spirit. And it happened in the summer of 2011. Yada yada, boom, boom, boom. There started the most wonderful thing that ever happened to me. Aside from being saved, of course. So, my relationship with God. I'm sharing this with you because I need to talk to somebody, okay? I have Christian people around me, but it's a long, stressful day, just got home. Seriously, guys, no. I'm tired. I just want to talk to you. It's just me and you right now, okay? Just me and you. So, what happened was, I don't want to be more open, and I'm more open now than I was. Anyways, so when I was walking home, I was discussing with the Lord about a lot of things, and He led me to share my history with you guys so that it can give you guys some comfort where you are in the Lord. Because I know you guys want to be like, oh, look at her. I want to be like her. Oh, I want gifts like Jasmine. Oh, and so God has told me that a lot of people have prayed that actually after watching my videos, and I don't want you guys to be like me. I want you guys to be like Christ and character Him. However, I'm glad that I can be an example of what Christ can do for your life and what He is doing. So, as I got my gifts, God put me through horrendous tests, and I love every one of them. But I hated them at the time, but I love them. Just test to strengthen my spirit, test to help me hear Him more. Sometimes He will let me hear demons just to get me to test the spirit, because I got lazy with that. So I test the spirit like how I tell people to test the spirit, like this. Do you confess that Jesus has come in the flesh? The Spirit has to say yes. The Spirit says anything else, it's not from God, etc., etc. And then all the time and God would just teach me like little lessons over the years pertaining to those things. If I got one thing wrong, He corrected me until I got it right. Over and over again. The tests were repetitive over and over again. And one time I was just, I just heard God for a month and I was ready to pull my hair out. Why, you wonder? Because, like I said, like I always say, we have a sin nature. Okay? And so if you don't listen to God, or you don't want to read the Bible, and you're backsliding, when you hear God, God will be all up in your face, in your head. And when you be backsliding, you're just like, la la la, I'm like ignoring God. It's easy because I don't hear Him. But when He's like, daughter, what are you doing? I love you. Daughter, did you dare? And now you just get scared, what? He was just all, and sometimes He would make me tired, or I could feel God with me sometimes. I could feel him draining my energy to get my attention. Or sometimes I would feel his feelings so much that he just would drain me. I remember one summer, I think it was summer 2012, just being exhausted about how enormous God's presence was. Not that it's not wonderful. I'm talking about his presence in my spirit. It was just so heavy that I was just so tired all the time. I couldn't do anything, and I just laid in bed, and I hated laying in bed. And God was telling me he was like building me up for something, strengthening something in me, like building character. That was back in 2012, and I see it today, the result of that summer, and the result of all the tests, and the result of everything that he has ever put me through or allowed to happen. He allowed bad relationships to come by. Like, he'd tell me to love this person with all my heart, and then he'll take them away. And that happened like multiple times, like 3 times, 4. He'll bring people in my life like, hey, this is for you, but then he'll just leave, and it really hurt. Or like just different situations with family, and or he'll tell me to say this, and then another outcome would play it, and then he's like, well, you thought I meant this, but I actually meant that. And so he would test me to humble me. God always does something physically to me to humble me. Here's why. I'm gonna admit this to you. So one of my greatest, the thing I always took pride in was my skin. Yeah, because I'm not dark, nothing wrong being dark. I'm not light, nothing wrong being light. But I'm just like, I always said I was a perfect shade of brown. I'm like that gold, color, that like beautiful nugget, like. And I always said that throughout high school, because everyone, in the black community was like white. I'm not white, but light skin versus brown skin. The brown people over here just being like, okay, like because my mom's light skin, my dad's dark skin, so I'm like right in the middle. And I always loved my skin color. Like I love how clear my skin was. I loved how if you guys ever talk to me for a long period of time, you know that I love my hands. My hands and mouth, my favorite part of my body. I don't know. I love my hands. Like I love looking at them. Like I'll just play with them. Like I always like to keep them lotioned. I just love my skin. Like I love my skin. Anyways, and like I've always said, like God, look at I'm so pretty. Look at this. And then God, and I remember being very boastful about that, and so it made me confident, it made me a little cocky, like, And so one day, actually, I'm not gonna tell you about that one. Okay, so one day I had like a breakout, and I was like, oh, like what? A breakout, like a bumps, like my skin was like all rough right here, and it was like, just like, like blackheads. I'm like, black people don't get blackheads because we're black. We're blackhead. Why would we need? Anyways, just a joke. And I was like, what are you doing, God? And the Lord told me, babe, humble yourself. Get over yourself, basically. And I was like, right. He's like, right. And so I ate a lot of junk food, and my skin always remained smooth when I ate it. But like, as soon as I wasn't humbling myself, when God said that, I was eating a lot of junk food, and it was showing on my face, which never happened. And so I was like, ew, cream. And I was not trying to get on camera. I was not on camera. I was not like anywhere, like, because I don't wear makeup at all. Like I've never worn makeup. I don't even like makeup at all. I'm sorry, people who do. I don't like makeup. I don't like the cakey feel. I don't like I just wake up and I just wash my face and go. And so I always love my skin. Like I just naturally look like this. And then, boom, and then I humbled myself and I prayed. And God continued to let that happen Another thing that happened, which I'm guys gonna, I never shared